Okay, live stream's getting going. Yeah, I'll definitely go, but I can tell you now, the gun shops for the next few days are, let's see.
Man, I walked into the DFO's office
Boom, we
on.
are live. Okay, I think
Okay.
it started from somewhere. I don't know where it
Yeah,
started.
it started back a little bit, hey? It's been live on the top of my screen for a while.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, I was saying the gun shops are probably pretty mad. Welcome if you're joining us live. Firstly, thank you. We're talking guns, riots, and MMA. What a time to be alive.
Yes, bro. Literally Armageddon times.
How many guys have you guys had like hitting you up, asking you about gun licenses and stuff like that? Because I've been pretty busy.
I've had lots of people asking me, not what I've had maybe a couple asking about how we went about it, but I'm like, hey, listen, I'm in the first steps of the stage and it's taking a long time, even from
it's taken months to get just like where we are. Like by the time we're done with the first batch of licensing, it'll be well over a year.
You know, like when you had one of those slower PCs when you're younger and you're installing a game, right? And you had that blue bar that was going, it was telling you how long it was, and it was going slowly, so you'd put your finger up to the edge of the bar and you'd wait till the blue moved past your finger. You're like, it's still moving. Yeah, we're sitting at that little spot for months now.
Dude, it's mad. It's madness. Well, I went to the DFO on Friday, and like every time I've gone to the DFO, there's been like 3 or 4 guys in the queue waiting to go see him. When I went the other day, I kid you not, there were like 14 guys in that queue. Like at the end of the queue, I said to the guy, like, dude, I doubt you're gonna get to see him. Like it takes about an hour per person, and there's like 13 guys ahead of you, and he's definitely knocking off a 2. So, like obviously the riots have kicked up everyone's need for a gun of some sort. So just applications going in more. So if you're gonna apply now, I reckon 2 years, bro. If you've never had a gun before, done.
You've also got to bear in mind that I've seen that they're recalling all of these guys back onto like the beat, as to say. Like all the police have been called on duty, all the SANDF guys have been called on duty, no leave till like end of August. It's going to be round the clock kind of shift. So all of your DFOs are kind of not really in office for a little while, because I wanted to go renew and I'm like, well, fuck, I can't go now. It's a bit of a crazy scene, but anyway.
This is why you have to have some backups. You have to have like your main one, then you have to have your
machete, boy.
Your backup, and then the backup for your backup. Currently, I'd like just a normal one, just like one would be great. But
why is your guys just a black screen?
Because I'm the PC thing guy who has to put stuff on the screen, so I don't have a camera.
That's something nice. I don't want to just look at a black screen.
Yeah, guys are tuning in for the local MMA show, and we're talking about guns and laughing at Rourke. Welcome. Yeah. Anyways, well, here we are live on YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in. Obviously, there's going to be a few crooks and crannies, I guess, as we go. Hopefully not. Like it's not our first show, but it is our first real live show from home. Hopefully next week we're back in the studio. I'm hoping to carry on the live sort of vibe if everyone's digging it. We will let the audio go tomorrow, and this will be available as soon as we're done recording. But yeah, dude, crazy weekend, crazy time. I think for South Africa, it's so funny, like how these things happen. Like we're stuck here, and Durban's literally on fire. Joburg's a bit crazy as well, and then like the rest of the world's just kind of they played a rugby game in the middle of this, dude. Wednesday night. I was like, fuck, okay, guys.
Was that the SAA team or was that the full SA team?
Well, they said it was an SAA team. But yeah, dude, and then the weekend's fights, and I was still like, it's a bit weird that this fight's happening now. I'm like, well, they are on the other side of the world, pal,
and they really don't give a shit. Like they're just moving along with their lives.
No. Like if it was the UFC and Dana was like, guys, listen, I know there's a civil war outside, but the show has to go on. I'll be like, yeah, he's right. we have to get the fights going. We got to get them going. Man. Yeah.
There was actually there was also, barring UFC, there was also that road to ADCC, which was an epic.
So what I want to ask you, so there was a cheeky little Bellator card. I know you were knee deep in the road to ADCC. What were the highlights? Obviously, Musamechi versus what's his name?
Freakazoid.
Yeah, Freakazoid.
Gio. That was a weird one, dude. I think like for Mike, he looked ridiculously good though, dude. He did this slick entry where he did like a K-guard inversion, but he went straight onto the arm and like almost broke Gio's arm. And Mikey like really did out grapple him. He just couldn't sub him. I think like the size difference made a big difference. And then like they were heated. I think Mikey's a bit sensitive, dude. Like who cares, dude? If the Oak doesn't like you, who cares? Just makes no difference, dude.
And then
Nicky Ryan looked like a fucking wrestling savage.
Yeah, this K-guard entry boot makes my brain hurt. Like I don't understand how it works. I'm just like, cool, dude.
He was in guard and then he inverted like he was going to go to K-guard, but then he actually like you see how he came onto the arm there directly. Like instead of going onto the leg, he just attacked the arm, which I thought was epic. He took Gio's back fairly easily, used that matrix entry. Like he was really like there's levels, dude, and he was definitely on a different level to Gio. And to consider that he wasn't a Nogi guy until midway through this year.
Yeah, it was like a couple of events back, dude.
Yeah.
If that was me trying to escape that armbar, I'd be calling my orthopedic surgeon first thing on Monday and be like, listen, there seems to be a problem.
Dude,
not full screen that, Rock.
Yo,
dude, he's on that Gordon Ryan protocol now, boy.
He's on that Puerto Rico protocol, bro. Like,
he's
they don't monitor shit down in Puerto Rico. But his wrestling was really good. His wrestling was like very, very good, actually.
I heard. I didn't get to watch it, obviously, because flow grappling costs between 20 and 50,000 rand a year.
That a 20% off discount this weekend, dude.
But from what I read,
if anyone wants to sponsor us a flow grappling subscription,
we just need one account, please, guys. I had one for the last ADCC, and then I was like,
they say like if they catch like multiple RPs trying to access it, they'll cancel your subscription with no refund.
That's like, not very jiu-jitsu of them, is it?
That's very scary, bro. I'd hate to pay 50 grand and then have my subscription canceled, bro.
That's not very Bushido of them.
No, it's not, bro. That's not. Hey, I'm with you, Rock. I think we should actually write a formal email and complain. Like, it's not very jiu-jitsu of you what you guys are doing.
You don't want us to. You don't want us to watch illegal streams of your stuff, but you also make
bro. We're trying to be honest here. We're trying to be honest. Yeah. Why can't three of us split an account, bro? Like, I don't understand. DSTV gives me 5 options, bro. Come on now.
Rook, how crazy is it that was the actual like entry I was teaching on Saturday?
Oh, it's so good. These
and you see all the mistakes he made though. You almost lost it.
Yes, you caught me sleeping with that step over on Saturday. I was waiting for you to go for that calf slice, and then you just tricked me.
Yeah, you have to have a couple of tricks up your sleeve, my man.
Yeah, bro, you gotta stay classy, Raucus.
I had all that cake. I had all that cake weight. Like this whole week, I've been eating bread and cake, and like while the riots are happening, you might as well just become a fat slob.
Any excuse,
So then when I got there on Saturday, I was like, "You are feeling strong today." Like I'm gripping these oaks.
Feeling Nicky Ryan-esque, boy. Feeling Nicky Ryan-esque today, boy.
I heard that Nicky actually let himself get on the bottom quite a bit to demonstrate his skills on getting up. Like there were lots of cases where apparently he was almost like letting the guy get on top just so he could escape.
No, he actually blew his knee out. He shot, like I think it was actually the first takedown. He shot and then Dante Leon sprawled out on him. And then like Nicky kind of like stood back up. And then I think as the fight went on, it got more and more sore. And then eventually they were standing up and then the ref separated them. And then while Dante was walking away, he was like hobbling. And as Dante turned around, he just sat down. So So he took the penalty for the guard pull, but he didn't want him to see that he was obviously injured, you know.
I checked. Cade Rotolo lost, unfortunately, to.
Yeah, did you hear about the build up to that? The Oak's been surfing in Costa Rica or something. He's done one grappling session since the last Who's Number One, right? So he's literally done one, and he almost beat Roberto Jimenez. He latched onto like an inverted armbar like early into the fight. He was doing well. But I think like size difference and like Roberto's being super active lately, I think it all just played a factor in the end.
Yeah.
When is the actual ADCC? Is it still end of this year, September?
No, it's 2022. Yeah, it's been moved to 2022. But then they're going to do back-to-back years. So you'll have 2022 and 2023.
Cool. Yeah, so we're going to have to pay Flow Grappling 6 love when that happens.
Dude, I reckon for ADCC, I reckon we just get like 10 or 12 guys together. We all just pay a little bit. And even if we just use it for that period, just to like watch all the build up and actually watch the event for the weekend, then it's like minimal.
A watch party.
Yeah, but is it going to be like Europe or stateside?
It's Las Vegas, so it'll be ugly hours, dude.
Yeah.
But you can watch the replay. Last thing on Flow Grappling, you can watch the replay instantly.
Yeah, because we'll be on like wave 27, so I think we'll still have a curfew by then, unfortunately.
I think it's like $2,500 a year for Flow Grappling. If you have like 10 Oaks, $250. I'd pay $250 just to watch ADCC for the weekend.
Yeah, for sure. And then let's take a look at the card, Raucus. If you guys on YouTube got any questions you want to ask us, Rock is monitoring.
Techno Technology says looking forward to Submission Kings.
Hey, my man, Dan Craddock, the big dog.
Can you give us an update on Submission Kings and Queens?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a weird one. So I kind of spoke to the guys. Obviously, the hardest part is, let me say, a lot of the event assets are in Durban, which does make it a bit strange, and it's quite hard. It's still, the wound's still quite fresh to ask the guys to give me answers and stuff as what we're going to do. We were scheduled for the end of August. I think undoubtedly we're going to push that out to 02 October. The plan was to come to Joburg in October, but I think we're just going to move the whole shebang to 02 October in Durban. I think that's going to be the smart play. I think also August is August is around the corner. If you think about it, it's 5 weeks away. Yeah, on top of all of the mess that's going on there, the uncertainty, and by the time it kind of gets to a point where everyone feels a bit more confident that it's calmed down, then the event's going to be here, and we want the whole thing of going to Durban was we want to create like a team travel atmosphere, a little bit of a holiday in these kind of stressful times, and we're going to try and make the accommodation cheap for people to come there with deals, and we've got some cool things lined up, man. So we really want like the right atmosphere at the same time. And unfortunately, this thing is kind of, it's obviously put a dampener on that, but we're not going to let it stop us. We're gonna put on a show. I think once everyone sorted out their lives, we've got a lot of things to sort out. I think we're going to be determined more than ever to put on a good show for people to come and enjoy themselves. More importantly, that's awesome, that's very important to me, is that people come and we have the right atmosphere. We were supposed to have a seminar with Drickus now. Not this weekend coming, the weekend after in Durban as well, which was obviously also to raise funds and to get MMA SA athletes involved and come and learn from Drickus. We're going to have to push that out as well. So it's cocked that these things are happening, but we will make it happen. I think we're going to be on a mission once everyone's sorted their stuff out. So yeah, for now 02 October, I'll get a final answer from everybody, but I think that's the right thing to do right now.
When were you guys aiming to do the quintet at the October event?
What quintet? There's no such quintet. So the super fight series will be the Friday before. Everything will be the Friday, and then we'll roll into the comp on the Saturday 02 October or 03. So Friday the 1st. We want to split it up. We don't want to have the whole day till like 7 o'clock at night. It's also we look.
You can get jiu-jitsu fatigue, like for spectators and that. It can get like a little bit long to watch so much jiu-jitsu.
So Friday. So our aim is for Friday is to have. We've got a few things up our sleeves with the Super Series, the Super Fight Series, and then the Saturday will be just your normal kind of comp, like all the kids, ladies, and everything in between, novices and juniors and amateurs or whatever, how all of that stuff kind of works. So the Friday will be a lot shorter, and then the Saturday, depending on the number of entrants, will be probably.
The short Friday is going to be a lot shorter. I mean, you just have to have like a couple of those quintet matches, go the full 8 minutes or whatever, and the thing starts. The thing starts dragging when you get to like both teams are the last man standing, and they've had like a whole host of 8-minute rounds leading up to that.
Obviously, that's still all in the planning phase. So are you guys aiming to maybe do the super fight series first, and then once I know, because obviously you got to make sure the right teams get picked or whatever. Would that be at a later stage?
No. So the plan is the Super Fight Series on the Friday will be quintet, and Super Fights will be happening on the Friday. Yeah.
Have you figured out which teams are coming yet?
We were close. So we've got some plans, and we've got a plan to make a. I won't tell you exactly what we're doing, but we're gonna have a team that's gonna include people from all over. Which is pretty cool. Whoa. And we've got some cool ideas for that. So we'll have three sides that are selected to be there, and then a side kind of selected by us that'll make up people from all around South Africa, which is going to be pretty cool. Nice. That's going to be sick. So yeah, we've got a lot of cool ideas. Unfortunately, COVID and the uprising have kind of caused a few problems. That's the other side, is everyone's like, we've still got to wait for COVID. We still got to get the clearance to be able to host these kind of events and stuff. So, we kind of like in limbo, but it does seem the numbers are coming down. I think the 25th, I think everything's going to be chilled again.
I think you go classic, like early 2000s UFC. You give this event a name, like Submission Kings, the Uprising, or the Riot.
Yeah.
Right?
That's it. And then you must make yourself a nice little what was that brand that had like their own MMA promotion, and it had like the horrific
Affliction.
No, like
was it Affliction? It was Affliction.
It was Affliction. It was I wanted to say Apocalypse. That's local, right? But it was like Affliction. Man. It was like
no offense, Apocalypse.
Nothing about it.
Go and Google the first ever UFC poster where it was like their whole campaign was like somebody might die. I don't know if you've got that extreme, but
and then I'm
sure that was on their first poster.
They were so surprised when like all these athletic commissions were like didn't understand that people didn't really die.
We can't agree with this.
But you marketed it like that. Like it's not their fault. That's how they understood it. That's how you marketed
it. Your poster literally says somebody might die.
Yeah, I think it said something like 16 men enter, 1 man leaves, or something like that. Like it was like subtly implied that someone was about to pass away.
I'm trying to find it.
It's Rock. It should be the easiest thing to find ever, boy.
I typed in UFC 01 poster, man. So instead of a picture of Khabib, so that's helpful.
Well, he might have been there. You don't know.
Yeah, dude. So that a lot of folks are talking about maybe them getting Khabib in ADCC, yeah?
Yo, dude. Then I'd pay Flow Grappling all their money.
Dude, imagine Eddie Bravo can convince him to do combat jiu-jitsu. That's the play. Oh, that is the play.
But then he'll fight a bunch of tin cans, fight one good dude, and then we'll call him.
Oh, here we go. We've hit a nerve here.
Let me tell you, the hardest part about Khabib in combat jiu-jitsu is getting someone else to agree to do it with him. That's not Dagestani, bro. There's not going to be many oaks jumping.
No, I agree with you, dude.
Rock, have you tried UFC first ever poster? Like I said in the beginning. Like that'd be cool if you could show us that. That'd be so cool.
I'm still looking for it.
It's that dude like holding the globe thing, bro. It's very
dude. If I find it before you, Chana, I'm gonna actually. Yeah, I found it already.
I'm also gonna look.
It took me 1 second. It took me 1 second. I just literally typed it in.
Oh, Raucous. There we go. Yes, some Zoom would be great.
Oh, this is nuts. That's
There's that one, and there's another one.
yeah. There's a there's a couple here. I think is this it? It says the decade's most controversial. Oh, the most controversial events of the decade. There you go.
There are no rules.
Unrated,
sure-
contains violent material. Someone got
pretty
his
sure
tooth
one of
kicked
them
out in the
said-
first fight.
Or like their thing was
Yeah.
like somebody might die.
That was Gerard Jadot kicked out Taylor Tully's tooth. Remember?
Oof.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Is-
Rourke,
see, I remember-
great job on the questions, boy. Who missed a few, but anyway.
I haven't missed them. I've been waiting for a gap here. So the first one.
Cool.
What do you guys think of the next EFC card?
Pull it up for us, Rourke. What's going on in the background there? From what I've seen, Zulu versus Biko. That's news. Well,
Well, they
you heard it
announced
here
a bunch
first.
on-
Mbesa
Kabesa-
versus Kanyeba.
But like, bro, these oaks keep doing this. They keep putting fights on their website without announcing them. Well, you heard it here first. Zulu versus Biko for the flyweight title. Oh,
man.
that's awesome.
Is this
And
not the
Igor
bantam-
Kabesa versus Aniset. Yeah, it must be bantamweight, eh? Flyweight title fight.
Oh, there you go.
Let me tell you, Lutando Biko at 125 is a problem, I mean. Problem.
Yeah,
He
dude.
was knocking on that one FC door, so I'm sure.
Ooh, yeah, he's got to still be close, I think, when he can travel. So this fight is headlined for the heavyweight title, Jikasa versus the Doctor. Just go to
Yo, lots of
This
fights
is them
already
out of the
announced, eh?
there's quite a
your
few. So the Doctor versus Triple H Power, and then Juan Bezerra versus Ricky Machalis. Now I've got to just say something here about Ricky, and it's not anything to do with Ricky. You only in South Africa can you go and knock a man out backstage. It's very public. Everyone knows about it. No hidden secret, and then fight on like 2 events later.
Yeah, but he kind of did everyone a favor, right?
No, yes, but the act. I just want
This
to
is live,
point out
right?
at this juncture that Warren said that. Look, he did what everyone was thinking. Let's be honest, But still, like, if you
Did
that
were there
in
any
in the
discretionary
UFC,
bonuses paid by private
None.
parties before or after the incident? That's what I want to know.
I'm not going to say anything.
Yo, Ricky, those are some really nice new wrestling shoes you got.
I'm liking the new 3 series you bought yourself. Yeah, I don't
Dude.
know. It's not. It's
This
a
is
good,
my
it's a good
rant,
fight,
right?
Don't get me wrong, but it's like
This is my
you
rant.
can't
I don't
do-
care. I don't care like what they think about it. But you can't go running around, running your mouth to everybody, saying whatever you want to whoever you want, acting like you own the place all the time, and not expect that at some stage someone's going to stand up to you. And
Yeah,
Ricky
100%.
Machalis was the one guy. He obviously Conrad caught him at the wrong time, said the wrong thing at the wrong time, and finally someone like put him in his place.
Yeah.
The reason that he hasn't been banned by the EFC and has actually been given a fight is because they understand the situation that arose from what happened. Like it's just the reality of it. So
No, for sure.
Whatever.
I listen. I wholeheartedly agree. 24 hours before that, I was being accosted by said person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wholeheartedly agree with it. But like, it's just a bit strange when you've literally had a backstage altercation and
no,
then
100%.
gone on to fight 2 shows. But it's cool. It's a great fight. Don't get me wrong.
He's the backstage champion. I mean,
So
Yeah,
backstage
100%. But
champion.
give him a
No.
belt. Give him a belt.
Belt,
Let's get him a
definitely.
belt to walk out with.
Give him a
Let's
belt. Give him a
definitely do that.
bells. Give him a everything, dude.
Okay. 1-on-1 on the same night, bro.
Jesus, bro.
yeah.
Go to the next one.
ne-
Let's have a look what else is on there.
Imagine like you lose and you immediately get to like redeem your loss straight away. You're on a 1-fight skid. 20 minutes later, you're on a 1-fight winning streak. It's amazing. Wish we could all
So
do that.
Ricky's coming into this one on a 1-fight winning streak. It's pretty cool. Bro,
And by knockout,
on that same note, bro, and this is, I can guarantee you, come weigh-in day, we're gonna see the same issues happening here again. Robson Bowe back at lightweight. What was it? Was it the last event, the event before? Missed by like 7 pounds. He didn't look bothered by it. It looked like he didn't even try. And I mean, now you got a guy in I think it's Steve Law coming in on his debut, and his opponent more than likely is going to miss weight because there's no consequence. It's fine. We'll get you back in there as soon as we can. Bro, listen, I'm the last person to be body shaming people. Last person. I think we can all agree. Oh, man. We can all agree. You know what I'm saying? My macros and micros are way out of touch. But your boy, you know, when you're supposed to be coming 155 pounds and you're carrying tires, dude, it's not going to work. You didn't even try.
How much did he weigh in? How much did he weigh in at the last UFC?
I want to say two things here. I want to tell you, firstly, Nick Savides needs to get his eye checked because his weights and they never correlate. He came in at 161 is what they said eventually, I think.
For a 155.
Yeah, something like that. So you can probably add another 3 to 5 pounds on top of that because it's, you know, they probably just shaved a few off there just to help him out. But yeah. I could see.
I'll be honest with you. I've personally been at a weigh-in where I've weighed in, right? I got onto the scale like partially clothed, and the scale read 60. Hold on, it read like 61 or something like that, or 61. Whatever, and they're like, no, it's fine. We're sure that when you take your clothes off, you'll be on weight. I was like, no, let me like legitimately weigh in at the right thing. They're like, no, it doesn't really matter. I was like, no, but I really do. I'd prefer to do that, you know. And then like I weighed in, I was on weight, but I mean like,
there we go.
If that's like how nonchalant some of these guys are about weighing,
160.9 pounds.
So probably 163.9.
169.1 pounds.
Yeah. But I mean, like at that point, it's all just formalities. You know what I'm saying? And this is a big problem with MMA. There's no accountability for this stuff. Like you can, the worst part about this stuff is guys hit the scale. By the time they're coming out for the ceremonial part, they haven't even tried to go back. They just don't care because there's no consequence. The guys come out. Who was the dude? He wasn't even. I don't think someone told him which weight division he was fighting in, bro. He came in 2 divisions above.
Cronier.
No, Donnie Swart, wasn't it?
Donnie Swart, yeah.
Swart. He came in at the wrong weight class, bro. It's like, well, fuck, they're not going to do anything. I'm just going to rock up. They never do anything anyway. They're like, listen, buddy, 3 weight classes is where we got to cut it off. Yeah. Some actually coming in between like 1, 1.5, 3. We can't let you fight, dude. It's just not on. But that unfortunately,
but it's coming back to what you said. It's the onus is actually on Massa. They've let it slip too many times. There hasn't been any concept. Like, I mean, it's like raising a kid, right? Like if you raise your kids and they get raised without any consequences, they'll be absolute little dickheads just running a riot, right? But the only way that they put into line is because they understand there's consequences to everything that they do. But now the problem is with the fights is you have to treat them like kids, right? But every time they stuff up, there's no consequence. But God forbid someone swears on TV, because then they want to take all your money for swearing on TV. But you can happily go and miss weight. Like, I mean,
so there were 2 fights. There were 2 fights on the last card. Given Majuba missed lightweight by just under 6 pounds. I weighed it at 160.8.
Yeah,
and then Donnie Swart missed a bantamweight bout by about 9 pounds, pretty much.
But was it bantamweight? Because Julio weighing 126 would indicate that it wasn't bantamweight. Dude.
It says bantamweight on this.
So this is what I'm saying. Like some things get tweaked here for sure. But I think what happened was Julio Pikes, they got him a late pro debut. He probably walks around 126. The opponent, they agreed to bantamweight, obviously, and then just changed his mind about making the weight. He was just like, nah, I'm just gonna go like I am. It's fine, you know, see what happens. Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Did he look craziest thing? He weighed in, or was he like
I said again? I'm the last person to be making these statements. Yeah, I don't know. Go down here, boy, because I think this card here, I don't even think P.T. Coxon was at the weigh-ins, dude. he didn't even. He just like called in. He was just like video called or something, bro. He was like, "Cool guy, sorry, I'm not gonna make it today, but
He Zoom called his weigh-ins and
go and check his weight, yeah."
He 178, but it was a catch weight bout. I'm not sure what the catch weight was.
So exactly,
Yeah.
bro. So Oaks keep asking me, they're like, "Well, what was the catch weight?" I'm like, "Nobody knows, dude. You can just whatever you want it to be."
well, I mean, that's like the ultimate, right? Like you want to fight someone, they want to fight you. The promotion wants to put it on, and you guys are like, "Nah, who cares? Weigh whatever you want to weigh." And once we weighed in, whoever's the highest, we'll make that the weight limit.
Beat a guy who's 0-3 and 0-3-1, and then come out, don't show up for weigh-ins, big weight difference, beat him, and then call for the title. Interesting. That was an interesting card. Let's be honest. Okay, so the question was, what do we think about this card? Let's go back to those fights.
Sorry, I mean, it's automatically better, right? Like,
it's way better. This is a nice fight this year. Shannon Fantonda versus Tupac.
Let's go in order. Yeah. You want to go back? Okay, that's fine.
No, carry on. God, Rock, get it together.
We've jumbled it up. Damn. Let's just go with how we go. Yeah, Fantonda versus Kanyinda.
Sorry, people watching. Okay, yeah. So I like this fight. Tupac is dangerous. He's a wild man. You know, like I don't think he really cares about the outcome of the fight, which makes him extremely dangerous. But again, I think it's going to be one of those fights for Shannon Fantonda to show his skills. You know, get it down where it's safe, take it back, choke him out.
I was going to say,
it's a nice fight though.
Kanyinda's history would tell that he doesn't like people getting him to the ground and getting on his back. You know, like all his major losses have come due to grappling, and now you've given him someone that's grappling heavy, and you'd have to imagine that Fantonda would sail through this one fairly easily. But like you say, that's what we thought about Andrew Smith and Kanyinda, and that was a weird one.
Dangerous, dude. He's dangerous. Nice fight. I like that fight. Keep going, Rock. Whichever direction you choose. Two newcomers, British versus Marlborough Stain.
I've seen Marlborough knock some Oaks dead, but also British looks like an action figure. So,
dude, British.
I went to go
human being I've ever seen in my life.
When I lived in Durban, I went to go roll with William and.
You got to roll Dave. William for 5 rounds. They all stuck me with British.
I'm telling the story, knobhead.
Yeah, slow down, bro. We're live, bro. Come on, show some respect.
How's this like? He hijacks the entire story.
Sorry, go for it.
You're definitely not winning producer of the year.
Go for it. Sorry.
You told the whole story already. I had nothing to say.
Sorry, go. No, go.
No, it's okay, Tanner. It's okay.
I can tell the story from
good fight. It's fine, Rocky. Ruined it already. This is a good fight. I like it. Next fight. 2 good prospects.
British hasn't fought since Brave, right?
No.
Since the Brave Durban card.
The Brave was a one and done.
Yeah.
Look, eventually you're gonna have to choose a path here, boy. You're confusing us.
Got it, yeah.
I'm very excited to see Kundari at least back down to middleweight. I mean, it's a good start.
We're getting there. It'll be welterweight after this lightweight.
He has to bring the kudu. He has to bring the kudu horn out again, please.
Yeah, listen. Eventually, if he uses it enough, he'll win, and then it can become a thing. Again,
Dude.
like this is a tough fight for Roy. Roy is very tough, very physical, very strong. I mean, you're going to be trying to get this guy down. He's tall. Dude, I used to roll with Roy a lot. He didn't like being on his back at all. But one of those guys like problematic, just explode wild. It was crazy, bro. But
was Roy the guy who pulled out the fight in the cage?
No. That was Rob. What's his name?
Mark.
No. Mark Cumber was.
Oh yes.
Changed his mind.
He heard that dude. He heard that guy's nickname was. Yeah.
Roy LaColla didn't come out of the change room once. I'm pretty sure he changed his mind in the change room.
Dude, Roy's a big man as well. Like
he's huge, bro.
For sure, I wouldn't like to go and fight that guy.
How's that name? Hey, Roy Humble LaColla.
I mean, like, can you call yourself Humble LaColla, like Humble as your nickname? Like, doesn't that defeat the object of?
He lost 1 minute into round 2 via verbal submission. And then a
Against
cancelled bout
Congo.
with JT Buerta, but it doesn't say why.
I got a question online from my mate, and it says, why does Al have boxing glove boobs in this picture?
What picture?
It's just my bikini. I like it to look like boxing gloves. Okay, next fight.
Rourke, have you got a purple belt in this picture? Oh, you do.
It's
little-
up to date.
Rourke, you're
little-
going to change the fight at any stage.
I did. It might be delayed.
So for all three of our fans watching today, some more breaking news for you. I'm hearing that this fight is not exactly done just yet. So there are possibilities here, but I hope it happens. This is the fight that Cam has wanted.
Oh, you'd like to see him fight someone with a positive win-loss ratio at some point.
Yeah. Well, big star, dude. Future of the sport.
Ooh, have we lost Warren? Yeah.
I think we might have. I think he's had a freeze.
Or he's hitting
He was
that
running
steering
it-
contest hard.
Yeah. He's entering the steering contest. Like I said at the top, there might be some crooks and crannies we have to deal with, but this is a good fight. I like it. If it's going to be done and it's going to happen, let's check the next one, Raucus.
I don't know either of
Hard
these
to
guys.
say. So Souza is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's currently fighting out of PFA. Fonseca, I think, is part of Team Angola. And if you've been on the BJJ scene for long enough, you know how lethal most of those guys are from. I think it's top Team Angola. Serious ground skills, normally very physical. So should be an exciting fight. I believe that Mr. Souza is as legit as they come. Like I said, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt from Brazil. So yeah, let's see, training out PFA.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, especially if we get a high-level grappler in there. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Live welterweight bout. Sick. Okay.
Next one, Cole Henning versus Coelho. Obviously we know Cole Henning, good prospect. Now this Coelho, I'm trying to think. I was checking this guy out the other day. I think he's also from Brazil. I want to say Brazil or yeah, he's a Brazilian as well. I don't know much about. I try to find quite a bit. Is that his Instagram handle there?
No, I think this is this him?
This is Jelson. No, this is Jelson. This is the dude out of PFA that I was just talking about.
Whoops.
Jelson
Brown belt.
Souza, I think. Is he a brown belt?
LBWJF champion. Yeah.
I thought he was a black belt. Sorry, my bad. Okay. Well, yeah.
Who's this guy fighting?
This is the dude we just saw the fight we looked at before. Jelson Souza is fighting Fonseca from Top Team Angola.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, Cole Henning got a newcomer that's pretty cool. And then it's into the heavyweights for me, I think. So yeah, look, obviously
we still got some.
We spoke about that. Really.
Keezy.
Oh yeah, Nicholas Wende from UMF, who's the talk of the town. Julio Plykes gets to make his debut. Yeah, listen, it's a good card. I like it. There's a lot of new incoming talent, which is cool. It's always nice to see. If you've been following at the amateur scene, you would have seen Julio Plykes. He's been playing his trade there for quite some time. So yeah, it's a good card.
He was like all of the champions, eh?
Yeah, exactly. It's a good card. It's a lot better coming off the back of the last one. So yeah, I think fight fans can start to get excited. And as we saw on the website, we've got some big fights coming.
Yeah, so far that seems like a far more solid card than the last few previous or the last one.
Listen, sure. I spoke to Kara about it. I mean, they obviously they weren't any allusions to it being a good card. It's not the kind of cards they want to put on. So give them a chance to reset. It looks like they've got some plans. Listen, there's a lot of they need to start getting in fresher, newer talent into the talent pool. I think that's going to become massively important for the back end of the year. Like these are some great fights. We've still got trying to think about who are the big fights that they were still trying to get in the works. You still got Boyd Allen in the mix, Martin van Staden versus the Russia, which was a bit of a talk.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, if they can get those kind of fights done, there's still some big fights to be made. Ooh, here's some more fights down here. Ratio. There's a ratio versus Trezor and Shanna Power versus Pomerantz. Hey, we're getting some breaking fights here. Horatio Lonu just actually met Kamaru Usman in Nigeria, if I understand correctly.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure he won some sort of, I think he won a belt in Nigeria at a promotion there. And then when Kamaru came there, they like met. It was just go, Rourke, just go to Instagram there.
Yeah.
Let me try to find it. Sorry, guys. Warren is on his way back. He just had a slight internet problem. Let me just see if I can see that. He's got, unfortunately, he's one of those dudes with like
a weird handle.
Yeah, it's one of those weird handles, dude.
Well, you look for that. What do you think of the two fights that they've got here for 88? Cabeza versus Kanyeba.
Yeah, great fights, dude. I think the Cabeza versus Kanyeba, I think is going to be, let's see the weight division there.
I think you're gonna see a replay of Alunga versus Kanyeba, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I think
he's
gonna wrestle smash that guy.
Yeah, if you Igor Cabeza, you want to get back to winning ways and you want to stamp your authority. I'm very happy about this fight. Quick turnarounds for both of those guys, you know what I mean, to keep them active.
Yeah.
That makes me excited more than anything, So
would you think that, I'm guessing that's at lightweight, do you think that's a number one contender fight?
I reckon that should be it. Just go check the weight division. Was it at lightweight?
It doesn't let you click. When you click it, it takes you to a weird page.
It's interesting. Probably, well, sorry, let me just let Warren back in here. Probably definitely up there in the mix straight away with a win for either of those guys,
Yeah.
I'm just interested to see that weight class. Warren, you're back.
I am back.
So we found some. That's fine. We'll check the weight class. We found some interesting fights. Obviously, we saw Zulu versus Biko, and Aniset versus Igor Cabeza. So Rourke was posing the question: number one contender for lightweight. If it's at lightweight, I don't think Cabeza should be fighting at lightweight, man. He should be dropping all the way down to bantam.
Well, I mean, like, what weight does he walk around at?
Well, he's cruising into featherweight, dude. Cruising into featherweight.
Yeah.
He's eating that. He's on that lockdown cake diet just to make featherweights, I'm sure.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense. It made sense for him to go to lightweight when he was dominating the featherweight division.
Yeah.
But now you've just lost the title. Surely the next move is to go and try and regain the title, unless you're permanently moving to another weight class.
Go to EFC 90. Just want to show Warren those fights.
I check this little surprise, Warren.
Tresor. That's a big surprise.
This guy has his own brand of jiu-jitsu, Fireboy Jiu-Jitsu over here.
Fireboy Jiu-Jitsu. Let me tell you, you don't want none of that Fireboy Jiu-Jitsu.
Some scary shit there.
The one day I was rolling him and I leg locked him. He just stared at me and then leg locked me back. And like I was so scared that I was so scared that as he was like nearing my leg, he hadn't even latched on yet. I just tapped. I was like, no, I'm okay.
Interesting to see Shauna Power back in the mix there as well. It's interesting.
Sorry, guys. It doesn't let you. It doesn't actually.
Is she training out of Apex or is she training out of GBR?
Any idea?
Any idea?
Well, yeah. So in a nutshell, I'm happy with that card. I think the EFC is back on track, heading in the right direction. So I am, for one, very happy. Any more questions, Rourke? And let's look at the card of the weekend that just happened, please.
Oh, hold on.
Let me help you, Raucus.
No, I got it. We've got a very good card coming up this week. Do you want to discuss the previous card or?
Rourke's about to give TJ a verbal blowjob over here.
Hey, just calm down.
So
no, I've decided I'm not a TJ fan anymore.
Ah, okay. Is that so?
Why? What's wrong with you, bro?
Okay. Here we go.
What did you think of?
Oh, don't remind me that we must talk about the Ultimate Fighter.
Okay.
Ooh, this is what just Mickey Gall for what was this weekend's fight? Or was the weekend coming?
I'm on the card, yeah, if you're looking for it.
Yeah.
That
No, this
Miranda
is-
Maverick's pretty good, eh?
Yeah, she is
Yeah.
pretty good. Macy
Miss
Barber.
Macy
It's
Barber.
quite interesting how
It's like
they've put two like really like hot prospects against each other so early like that.
Yeah. Well, I think Macy's been a little up and down. So I think they either want to reestablish her as like as a top 10 fighter or create a new top 10, like future superstar out of
So Miranda's
Maverick.
so the message to Miranda was kind of like Mortal Kombat, finish her.
Finish her.
And this
You want top
side
10?
train.
But yeah, that's a pretty good fight, dude.
2 losses in a
Yeah, she's
row.
on a skid, eh?
Yeah,
that
this
Alexa
has
Grosso fight was intense, dude.
Look, I mean, there's no harm, there's no shame in losing to Alexa Grosso, though. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
there's like you don't drop too many positions losing to Grosso. It's like losing a fight to Alrina Aldana. Like any one of those chicks you lose a fight to, like you might drop one position. Losing a fight to Roxanne Modafferi though is a bit more difficult.
Yeah.
And when they're back to back.
Hey, my girl Pearl Gonzalez has joined the OnlyFans train.
Oh my goodness.
She's got
dude.
like her own page.
I think John Anik or someone posted something about the other day about apparently Aspen Ladd's mother also being on
Aspen
there.
Ladd's mother.
Yeah,
And
dude,
she's-
like super sketchy as well.
Listen, bro.
Whatever pays
there's
the
a
bills.
pandemic out there, bro. There's a pandemic. There's a pandemic, bro. You can't be mad. There's a pandemic going on out there. Darren Elkins.
And our boy with the worst
Oh,
tattoo in history.
It's
Mr.
my
Elkins.
favorite tattoo.
the
Yeah.
damage. Hey,
Oh, I can't even look at it.
hey, and you know the cut men are pulling straws at this one, man. Fuck.
Jesus, bro. Well, hey, if you cut man that's just trying to get some experience, this is definitely the fight.
Yeah. He's like the Baragwana.
Yeah, dude. 100%. There's definitely gonna be blood and there's gonna be a lot of it.
That's this dude. Oh, good old Darren Elkins. You know for sure he's going straight to bare knuckle from here, dude. It's
Oh, yeah,
guaranteed.
dude.
It's pretty overs. He'll be signing that contract right on the way out. Kaya Phillips. I'm loving this dude's hairstyle, bro. Like he
Oh, man.
literally-
He's just come straight from the lineup at Pipeline into
bro,
the cage.
straight. He
He's like baby
was-
Jesus over here, dude. And he calls himself the Matrix. Oh my goodness. Do we have to? There's some perler of some perler nicknames on this card, yeah.
Yeah, my boy Piver is
He could use a pie. Yo.
pretty gangster. He reminds me of someone, but I can't remember who. Let's move on. I don't like about the live. If I've kept jokes inside, I can't wait till the end to tell you guys. I'll have to tell you on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Oh, Aspen Lad.
That's a big fight for this
Good fight,
division.
yeah. Big fight, dude. Are they top of the prelims?
They're top of the main card, dude.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
shit. No, no.
co-main.
It's co-main.
Co-main. Okay, that's a big fight, yeah. And then the Juicehead and Corey Sandhagen. I'm joking.
Oi.
I'm for one very excited to see TJ back there, and I think this is a seriously hard fight to come back to, bro.
Yeah, they didn't
Yes.
give him a easy
Rook,
welcome back.
Rook,
Eh?
for all our fans, for all our fans watching this, please let's go hop straight over to TJ's Instagram and let's just have a look at how thick my boy's looking ahead of this fight. That's what I really want to see.
They've done one of two things here for TJ. They're either like, listen, you were naughty and here's your punishment, or they're just like trying to like, okay, we need you back up there. We don't care about what you did. Let's fast track you straight into that title shot.
Well, if you watch his little
We'll just
that
mainline
UFC
you straight in.
that UFC Chronicles series, you get the feeling that they want him right back at the top.
Yeah, instantly.
I think it's a win-win for the UFC, to be honest, because you got Corey Sandhagen, who's like knocking on the door. Obviously, he had a one skid way back with Aljamain. He's knocking on the door. You know what I mean, bro? Look at this guy. Look at those legs. Those are not clean legs. Anyway,
Or he's the most tested athlete in the UFC this year.
Whoever wins
I
this,
thought we had this whole discussion. Drickus is the most tested athlete now.
yeah, come on now.
Is he not? Jeez, okay.
He was
Yeah,
the
well, he
third
would be
most,
like
and then he had a fight week, so he would have got another 2 at least. So that would take him up to like 19 or 20. So then he would ultimately become the most tested
this
athlete
looks
in the
clean.
UFC.
Look at this.
Zoom in, yeah.
He just rides that bicycle.
I think TJ's been tested like 8 times
bicycle.
this year.
Rock, that is an electric bicycle, first off. Okay.
Who do you think makes the electricity? Those legs, bro.
Bro, you see there where it says Bakau in the middle?
Yeah.
That's the battery pack. That's what pulls that thing. Trust me, my brother had one of those. They stole it in London, just so you guys can know that there's crime in the UK.
That's the off-road one. That's the one they use to pack out
Yeah,
when they're hunting.
This is
Fucking
all
cool.
natural, clean athletes here. Nothing to see.
Have you ever noticed that garage has a really big, like, industrial size freezer in it, like a fridge,
I wonder why.
and like a really big cupboard that says "Do not open."
Storing PP, boy. No, listen, I'm excited. I think it's a massive fight. I think whoever wins here is just on their ticket to the title. It doesn't really matter. Like they've basically given TJ a line. Both of these guys have got a line on each other. Like, you win this, then you go.
Yeah, dude.
This day.
Yeah, see, that was actually such an epic fight.
Yes, it was flipping
that's
epic. And
what's
he wasn't even top 5 at this point. Hey, he was like
He was on like a one fight. He was on a 1-fight win streak or something stupid like that. He had recently lost to Sansao, and he had only just come back and caught a win, or he might have been like a 1 or 2 fight win streak. Took the fights on shortish notice, and then just dominated.
Because I think it was Uriah that lost to Bahau and then called immediately for TJ to get the title shot.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Crazy times, dude. Crazy times.
And then
I'm excited.
Dalit him
I'm
in the
excited to have
rematch.
him back. Dalit him. Got Dalit, son. Yeah, TJ's he's fun to watch, dude. I like it. I like it. Did you guys watch that Chronicles of TJ?
That film was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it was awesome, dude. It was really cool.
So like, if anybody's watching this, I don't know if you can watch it outside of Fight Pass, but
No, you can. I sent a link for it the other day. That was on YouTube. Someone had uploaded it.
Definitely go and watch it. The Chronicles, TJ Dillashaw. I don't know why. I suppose it's all part of their marketing strategy to bring him back. There's a lot of stuff that they showed in there that you didn't really see before. And I think the UFC kind of are like, and this is the message I think that's carried on from TJ's. Just own the story, admit to it, be a man. I fucked it up. I was under pressure. I did whatever I did. And then they show the weight cut, how brutal that weight cut is, dude. Oh my God. I mean, obviously there's plenty of brutal weight cuts to go and see on the internet, but this one in particular was.
He looked scary,
dude.
eh? Yo, that footage
brutal,
that they show of him in the car.
And I think he drinks something, or he tries to eat something, and you can just see him in agony from his stomach, just cramping, dude. Oh no, dude. It's too.
Yeah, dude. It was too much. It was absolutely too much.
Raucus, you know what we haven't done in some time, boy?
Sades. Have you guys been watching The Ultimate Fighter?
So I've done the first 3 episodes, and then I decided to leave it so I could catch him up all at once, and then I just haven't done that.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. They're still on the same type of show structure as Tough One, and Tough One was awesome. Yeah. But it really does feel tired at the moment. I know it's the comeback, but it's like you're going through the motions watching every episode, dude. It's really.
Yeah, dude. I must be honest, but by the 3rd episode, I was just fast forwarding straight to the fights. Dude. I was just
yeah, dude. That's what I keep doing now.
It's just formalities, bro.
It's like you watch the little bit. There's nothing new in how they build it up and get to that fight. Then I think it needs a format change.
that acts on the Max Merton protocol. Bro.
Yo,
Jesus, bro.
jeez,
Powerlifting.
like 42
My
months suspension.
goodness.
It was now 13th
This,
March 2021.
yeah, this oak's been watching the show. He saw Max Merton. He was like, "Fucking hold my beer, Max. Let me show you something." Yeah, dude. I must be honest. Like the last Ultimate Fight I really got invested in was the Black Zillions versus ATT. That was where Kamara came from.
Dude, I know that is the play, right?
Dude,
that's
dude,
the play.
That was
Vicente
flipping
Luque
great.
Yeah, Vicente Luque was on that show, bro.
So was
Yeah, dude.
Usman. So was Usman.
Yeah,
And
Usman won. Johnny Nunez, I think, as well, was also on there. Like, dude, that was amazing, dude. Because you know what was amazing about that is that everything that happened in there was real. You know what I mean? Those guys at the time didn't like each other at all. You know what I mean? There was some all sorts. It was good, bro. It was such a good show. It was such a good show.
That was that was like literally the last Ultimate Fighter that I really enjoyed, and like was like super amped every week to see the new episode. You know, like the idea of having team versus team was phenomenal, dude. And even like I mean, there's a couple of big teams that you can do it, and even maybe let American Top Team be the reigning champions and let them come back into it as one of the teams, dude. You know, like you could now you could even just rehash it and do Sanford versus ATT, dude. Or you could
or you could do
take it to Vegas, bro. You could do Syndicate versus Extreme Couture.
Or hear me out, and Dana, I know you're listening, so I'm gonna pitch this to you for free because I know you're a big fan. I'm gonna go ahead and say, imagine now if they did Kamara Usman versus Colby, and they all select guys from their gyms, like Kamara's. Well, I suppose Kamara's team is like, it's not really a fight team in there, but he could really, if you want to do patch things up at Sanford and bring guys in from Sanford. And then where's Colby training? I saw him training with Nico Price, I think, the other day. I can't really figure out.
He's out of the ATT mix, huh?
Yeah, but like Sanford versus ATT would be pretty sick. AKA, just like Russia versus the world.
Or if you're desperate to do the Dustin Connor thing again, do SPG Island versus ATT.
Yeah. Please don't do that.
I mean, there's so many gyms. Like, if you go to California, there's like a million gyms that you guys could like put up against each other.
But there has to be like an invested rivalry, though. That's a key detail.
And I think there was also a financial investment from Dan Lambert and
why don't we make this international and do Russia versus America?
Hell yeah. Like a Rocky style, bro.
I'm so down for that, bro. That was also a good one when they had UK versus Australia and they had Canada versus Australia. Those were also good ones, dude. Like to have a team, you know, like everything in MMA is like individuals, you know. The moment you start getting like an actual team, because like you watch this Ultimate Fight and it's very evident that it's like a whole bunch of individuals that are just there to get to the final, you know. The team, there's like no real team element to it.
Yeah, it's interesting because they're kind of like this it's been a bit of a miss, and I think that's what kind of people were saying about the Ultimate Fighter before it came back, is it's just like it's got a bit stale, it's a bit long in the tooth. The Contender Series is kind of filled that gap. What I would dig to see in its place is even like something like that, like reinvented a little bit. Or I was a big fan of Dana White looking for a fight, like traveling around, going to places. I love that shit, dude. I'm such a big fan of that. So hopefully those kind of things. But I mean, they got so much shit going on, dude. We can't be like, oh, you guys don't put enough content out. Anyways,
well,
lads,
I think that rather not put the Ultimate Fighter out than put out what then give us what they've put out. You know, like
for sure,
it really is difficult to watch as a hardcore MMA fan. It's very difficult to watch. Like it's actually very boring, to be completely honest.
I think also like the way the sport has gone and how fast the talent has grown. Like if you look at like the younger generation and how the kind of things that guys are doing, and then you kind of like it's almost like weird analogy, but Test cricket versus T20. Like T20's kind of changed cricket on a whole. For example,
Yeah.
you know, we don't need all the story in between anymore. Like it was cool if it was like really invested, you know, but like
Yeah.
I'm like there's Joe Soap from Arkansas who trains at this gym. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool, but there's 1,000 other stories just like his, you know, like nothing
Yeah,
really
dude.
stands out, you know. And that was the Ultimate Fighter where they were at a point they were really good at picking out a good mix of talent and a couple of crazy dudes at the same time. You know what I mean? Like
But
the
they were
one
also the
before,
pioneers of MMA, dude.
yeah. Look, I think the Conor versus Faber one that was pretty cool. I mean, obviously because Conor kind of made sure that you tuned in. The ATT
But also there
Black
was such a big
prelims.
element of having Team Alpha Male there and the rivalry between that team
yeah.
and Connor, you know?
Sure. Also, I think the only other one before that I can think it was really sticks in my mind was the last one with Ronda. Who did she coach against? Was it Misha?
Yeah, Ronda and Misha. That was it.
Was it Misha?
That was a bad look for Ronda, though. It was.
Yeah, it was.
That was a
it
bad look
was
for Ronda, though,
strange, dude.
because
Yeah.
it really made her look like not the like it shed quite a bad light on her personality.
Yeah,
Like it wasn't edited well for her.
for sure.
No, not at all. It made you realize actually, no one likes Ronda Rousey.
I'm a big fan of Ronda Rousey. Don't you dare.
Yeah, I'm glad she's retired.
Anyways,
She should
lads,
never come back.
Yeah, she's smart. I think that concludes the highlight of this live show. I hope all three of you enjoyed it.
7.
7.
8. Who's counting? Yeah, dude. Good weekend. Nice little bumper. I think TJ versus Corey is going to be a great fight to look forward to. And then there's some huge pay-per-views coming, which is always exciting.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And add in an EFC in the mix in between there. That's going to be pretty cool. Good card. I'm excited.
That's gonna be
Thanks
sick.
for tuning in. We'll catch you all soon. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. See you later. Peace.
Cheers.